Good morning, everyone. You're watching the GM Food Network, letting consumers know what's going on with their food. Foods produced with special changes in their DNA, known as genetically modified foods, are quietly becoming more common at the supermarket.
Many look the same as regular foods or are hidden ingredients in other products. And because it's our food that we're talking about, everyone deserves to know a little bit about GM foods.
Today's program will introduce you to GM foods and show you how to choose what's best for you. So let's get on with the show. What groceries did you buy today?
The usual. Cereal, crackers, chips, and tofu.
Okay, well, did you know that some of the groceries could be genetically modified?
No, which ones?
All of them. You see, your tofu might be made out of GM soybeans, the crackers and cereal may contain GM corn, and the chips may be fried with modified canola oil.
Oh my gosh, is that bad? I mean, why would they put them in the food?
Once upon a time, there was a happy farmer called Iggy. Every year, Iggy grew enough crops for his family to eat, and whatever was left over was sold at the market. To grow better crops, Iggy practiced selective breeding.
Can you help me find the biggest, strongest corn plant? Very good! I'm gonna save these seeds to grow for next year.
The happy times went by fast when the insects came, and soon the annual harvest got smaller and smaller.
Oh no, what should I do? I don't want to use more pesticides.
Iggy had a big problem. He could hardly grow enough crops to support his family.
But then, ever since scientists had discovered the genetic material of cells, or DNA, all sorts of things became possible. Researchers had found enzymes that could cut DNA at specific points which were needed for the process of genetically modifying plants. Hey Iggy, have you seen my transgenic crops? They're genetically modified so insects don't bother them at all.
Wow, really? I want to grow some too!
And in no time, Iggy grew crops that were the biggest he had ever grown, and produced its own pesticides that protected them from insects. The results were 4 new superhero foods with fantastic powers. The first superhero is Strawberry. She has the amazing ability to resist frost. She was created when the genes of a fish called the Arctic char were cut and pasted into her cells through the use of an enzyme. Since the fish lived in cold waters, Strawberry could now tolerate the cold too. Next to be created was Potato. This brave warrior could fight off disease that everyone else could not. Dr. Frankenfood created him through ballistics using a specially designed gene gun. The gun shot out air-compressed gold particles coated in disease-resistant DNA. The particles penetrated potato cells, and some entered the nuclei where it was absorbed. Potato then gained resistance to the disease as well. The third hero was Tomato. She was able to resist all sorts of insect pests ever since she had a benign bacterial infection. When she was a plant tissue culture, she received a plasmid with insect-resistant genes from a specially prepared agrobacterium. As a result, Tomato could create her own toxins and the pests stayed away. Last to join was Corn. He was resistant to horrendous herbicides that farmers sometimes use too much of when killing weeds. Like Tomato, his cells were infected, but this time it was by viruses carrying herbicide-resistant DNA. This is known as benign viral infection, and it gave corn the resistance as well. Together, these 4 fantastic foods were able to rid Farmville of its terrors, and everyone lived happily ever after.
During processing, GM foods are mixed with non-GM foods. Now, the USDA considers genetically modified foods to be substantially equivalent to conventionally grown foods.
What does that even mean?
Genetic modification has created so many possibilities by allowing genes from animals to be inserted into fruits and vegetables.
But I'm a vegetarian.
And they are perfectly safe for consumption.
I'm having a rash. I think it's from the toxin.
I'm having an allergic reaction.
We can't trust them anymore. We have to run from them.
They can be anywhere in the market.
There's nothing else to eat. The genes that GM crops passed on to wild plants are creating super weeds. And the non-transgenic crops are dying.
The companies are in control of farming now. They sue me for growing patented seeds for an extra year.
Hi, I'm GM Food.
And I'm not.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm spraying pesticide on myself. It's really expensive, but I can let you sell it.
Nah, it's okay. I was genetically engineered to make my own toxins that keep the bugs away.
I have room for one more crop on my land, but I warn you, you won't be getting as much attention.
So who wants to come?
Well, I'm a delicate crop of high class. I need my cup of water at noon, I need to be bundled up during the night and during the winter, and I don't like my soil too salty. Ah, forget it. I'm gonna take her instead. Okay, fine. Someone else will take me anyway. I'm waiting.
Hi, I'm a GM Food.
And I'm not. Well, it's been nice knowing you.
Whoa, where are you going? You're not ripe yet.
Well, I have to suit my customers' needs. If I don't leave right now, I'll be too mushy by the time I get to the market. You should come with me.
Nah, I'm gonna stay here until I'm ripe. I'm engineered to resist mushiness. I also taste better, have greater nutritional value, and still cost less. The customers will love me.
Well, you may be more popular, but I'm going to get there first.
I think you turned mushy.
Yes, I know I turned mushy.
Hi, I'm GM Food.
And I'm not.
Happy New Year!
So, do you have any resolutions for the new growing season?
Yeah, I'm gonna change the world.
Oh, really? How?
Well, I'm gonna stop causing food allergies. I'm gathering some extra vitamins and minerals to stop malnutrition.
Okay.
And I'm going to make myself into an edible vaccine so people can just grow their shots for flu and Hep B and such. There'll be no more scary needles and no more screaming children. How about you?
Oh, well, I'm planning something very big. Yeah, very big. It's a surprise.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
Do you know which of your groceries are genetically modified?
Hold on, let me check for a label or something.
Oh, you can't always rely on a label, you know. The label will tell you if the food may cause certain allergies, but companies are not required by law to specifically state that what they're selling is genetically modified.
Okay, wait, so I don't get a choice? Do I not get a choice of what I eat then?
Yes, after all these years of research and development, I finally produced an orange that resists mold. I'm gonna sell it and get rich!
Whoa, hold on a minute there. A manufacturer like you can't just start selling that to customers without telling us first. Your orange is considered a novel food, and under the Food and Drugs Act, you have to follow these steps. Step 1. Tell us that you have a new GM food and that you want to sell it. Step 2. Give us all the information you have on your GM food, but please read our criteria first. Don't leave anything out.
Here, I named it after my uncle.
Step 3. Our experts will look at everything. How is this fruit made? Were there added chemicals involved?
How well does it resist mold? Could someone have an allergic reaction after eating it?
Step 4. We told you to read the criteria. If you're missing something, we'll let you know. I'm sorry, we need the chemical X content of your product. Step 5. All of our conclusions in a neat little package. Step 6. We write a proposal which the senior directors look over. They make sure nobody's missed anything and ultimately decide whether to approve the food or not. Step 7. If you get one of these, it means your GM food passed. You're officially allowed to sell your product in Canada. Congratulations!
Thank you, thank you.
Step 8. All safety information regarding your GM food is posted on our website for everyone to see. Now, a final word about labels. Make sure everything it says about your product is true. If some people could be allergic to it, write it down. And if the nutritional content of this food is different from its normal counterpart, make sure people know. Otherwise, happy selling!
Do you buy organic foods?
What's the difference between that and normal food?
Well, when a food is labeled organic, it means it was made without added pesticides, hormones, radiation, or genetic engineering. But they usually cost a little more than normal food.
But do they taste the same?
More or less, yeah.
I'd get the cheaper food.
What? But organic is safer!
That's exactly what companies want you to think. But as always, it's up to the consumer. Welcome back. You're watching the GM Food Network. Now, we've seen how GM foods are made, how they enter the market, and their impact on the world.
So the next time you go to the supermarket, think like the informed consumer you are and make the most out of what's on the shelf. Thank you for watching the GM Food Network.